terminate the matrimonial relationship without cause. A defaulting husband could even take advantage of his own wrong and terminate the relationship. This heaped injustice and oppression on the female spouse and virtually left her remediless. Now, it's been contended over the last several decades that this practice has become obsolete. Many parts of the Islamic world themselves have rejected it. And ordinarily, the reform of this kind should have arisen from within the community itself. But because there were some who were reluctant, even though many, particularly women within the community, had shown great support for abolishing the move, I think the Supreme Court has stepped in at the right time. The majority view of the Supreme Court is absolutely clear that this instant pronouncement is not fundamental to the religion itself. It's not an essential aspect of the religion, and therefore it's discriminatory. It compromises the dignity of the woman itself, and being violative of the constitutional guarantees itself is void. I think even the majority view somewhere realized while upholding this practice, even the minority view which upheld the practice certainly was conscious of the fact that there was a need for reform. And that is why, while upholding the practice itself, they injuncted it till a legislative change itself is brought about. But that's now an exercise which will have to be considered, if at all, by those in the public domain in India, because the majority view itself has declared it to be unconstitutional. I'm sure that this step which the judiciary has taken, others in India, in the legislatures and outside, will also walk on the same progressive path and ensure that personal laws in India continue to remain progressive, and all such aberrations in those laws which infringe constitutional guarantees can now be rectified. आज जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इतना महत्वपूर्ण फैसला दिया है, जिसके अधीन जो इंस्टेंट ट्रिपल तलाक की एक परंपरा थी इस्लामिक लॉ में, उसको अवैध घोषित कर दिया है, वो अत्यंत स्वागत योग्य है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बहुमत से ये फैसला दिया कि ये धर्म या मजहब का कोई आवश्यक अंग नहीं है।